What's going on, guys? My name is Skip A-Okie, and this is the A-OK podcast. I am joined today by Game Over Ethan Daniels. Ethan Daniel. Ethan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I saw you had to correct yourself, sir. My last name is not Daniels. There's no S. Thank you for fixing that.
You know what? I did get it correct for you. I got you. Because
Yeah,
you know that's what the best dressed in Central Texas does is he makes sure that his guests are announced properly.
and honestly, I'll let you get away with it. You're a really good friend of mine. If people don't know that by now, then they just haven't been paying attention.
Right, exactly. Now, Ethan, I know you and you know me, but go ahead and tell everyone else who you are, what you do, and just tell us about yourself.
Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Game Over Ethan Daniel. I am from the Central Texas area as well as Mr. Skip here. Um, I've been in the business for about 4.5 years now. I'm still green. I'm shaking some of it off, but I still got a long way to go.
Not as green as me.
I just yeah, you're super green, dude.
Super green.
But I've been a lifelong fan. Some of my earliest memories of watching wrestling, I was like 4 on my dad's lap watching Monday Night Raw and Stone Cold doing his thing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And so I finally was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it out, and I've been doing it for about 4.5 years now. It's been awesome.
Awesome. Now, how did you get into the business? Like, what were the steps that you took? Who did you talk to? So forth, all of the other stuff.
Well, a lot of people who know me know this as well. My cousin was a big part of the Waco wrestling scene with WAW. He wrestles under the name Surge. A lot of the guys, in Texas know of him. And I finally decided I wanted to put my neck out there and get my foot in the door. And so I messaged him. I said, hey, I know WAW is not around anymore, but I want to learn to wrestle. I want to start training. What do I need to do? And he hooked me up with Heart of Texas Wrestling, which is run by was run at the time by Eric Laurel. He's like, we're not training anybody right now because this was right around Christmas when all of this happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, but after the first of the year, I'm going to start training again, and we'll see what happens. I was like, all right, cool. 3-4 weeks later, he gives me a call, said, hey, if you're still interested, Mike Fire is wanting to start training here with A-Okie, and we're looking for students. And so that was my first official trainer was Mike Fire. Great guy. Really good dude. He's very knowledgeable with wrestling, and he helped me get that first step. He's taught me the basics, really.
I got you. And what promotions do you frequent? Like, where do you appear so that everyone can know where to find you?
Most frequently, I do work with TCW. It was originally based out of Killeen. Now it's kind of in fluctuation. It goes back and forth between Killeen and Waco. Our last few shows have been at the Bellmead's Gate Country. Mm-hmm. So those have been really good. HOT is making a comeback. Me and my tag team squad have been back there recently, and we're in a little thing with their tag team champions right now, Dragon Clan. And before that, I was places like, I made a few appearances at ACW. I've been to RCW once or twice. A promotion that used to be in the Mineral Wells area, CWP.
Yeah.
I've worked a few shows with Sir Mo and Soar in Dallas. And, I've been a little bit everywhere. Nothing has really stuck besides TCW. They seem to like us and like me, and they keep bringing me back. So I'm not going to argue with them.
The crowd always pops whenever Squad comes out.
It's that music, man.
And tell everyone what that music is.
So what happened was it was a Halloween show, and we were all supposed to dress up as some in a costume.
Yeah.
And me and Prince Sims and Devin Wilson, they are my tag team partners, my brothers. I love them.
Yeah.
We we need to do something that we love, that we can have fun with. And at the time, there was 4 of us. Another guy, his name was Nolan Banks. And so, wait, this is perfect. There's 4 of us. We all have different colors, and they're the exact same colors as the Ninja Turtles. So
nice.
that's what we did. My
Yeah.
color was orange at the time, so I was Mikey. Prince was Donnie because he's the purple. Devin was Raph because the red, and then Nolan had the blue, so he of course was Leo.
Yeah.
And we're like, we need to we need to find like a Ninja Turtle song, and we all originally were gonna go with the one, the Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go, the old school,
Yeah.
the Ninja rap.
Yeah.
And then we started looking at it, and we found Shell Shocked by Juicy J from the new movie that recently came out. And we loved the beat. We loved the way it hit. We loved the knock, knock, you're about to get shell shocked. We loved it all.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and everybody loved it. They ate it up. And John Peterson Jr., the owner of TCW at the time, was like, they love this. Y'all got to stick with this. And then eventually, excuse me, we transferred over to a remix.
Yeah.
It's like dubstep kind of version, and the words aren't there, but everybody still sings along with it. It's got a little bit more of a beat to it, and they just love it. That music hits, they know who's coming. They get hyped from the first note to the time we hit the curtain to the time the music stops, and it's one of those things that we are never going to be able to get away from. It's just that's just it. We're always going to be known for that song. It's always.
I like that. Now, so is Mikey your favorite Ninja Turtle, or is there one that you associate more with?
Honestly, as a kid, it was always Raph because he's brash and he's got a short fuse, and I can relate to that because I do as well. But, as I've gotten older, my goofy side associates more with Mikey because I love pizza and I would eat it all day if I could. I was a skater in high school, so, that aspect kind of meshed into, and just his one-liners, man, I just love them. They're always so on point, and they always make me laugh. And so I try to incorporate some of that into what I do in the ring, and so far it's worked. So far.
Mikey's always been my favorite too. Now, with being at all of these different places, what would you say that some of the greatest moments are for you? Like, what have you achieved?
The first great moment that I can think of that comes to mind would be when me and my tag team partners won our very first tag team titles at TCW.
Yeah.
It was in this big 4-way tag team ladder match. It was crazy, man. The belts came down. My brother Prince and Kyle Hawk, who was part of the Aero Club, both had a hand on it. So there was you couldn't tell who was a winner. So the ref was like, "Look, we got to do something." So it became a regular match. There was a big scramble. Mm-hmm. All I know is someone got the pin. This thing I know, they're declaring us the champs, and we're holding the belts. It was awesome. That was the first one. And then for me personally, the biggest achievement I feel I've had was when I beat T-Ray and at the time Gregory James, everybody knows him now as Isaiah James, for the TCW television title. That was an amazing moment for me. I held that title for almost a year. At the time, I was the longest reigning TCW television champion, but I'm pretty sure the man I lost it to, the one and only Mr. Great Steve DeMarco, has held it a little bit longer now. I think he's beat my record. And I'm not mad about it. He's a great guy. I love him. He showed me a lot of things in that match that I knew I needed to work on, and that's why I lost, because I wasn't to his level. I'm hoping one day I can go back after it, but we'll just see. But those are some of my greatest moments, I feel.
Yeah,
one of those.
The TCW title, that whenever you won it, that was the show in Killeen, October, right? I was actually at that show. I was sitting front row.
That's right, you were. I forgot about that. Yeah, because you were giving the referee,
show.
You were heckling the referee all night.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do something like that.
Oh, he loves you now, but I remember he hated you that night.
That's perfectly fine. We've made up. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah.
Now, whenever you get ready for a match, like whenever you're driving to the ring, driving to the arena, walking down the ramp to the ring, what's going through your mind? Like, how are you preparing for that match?
Well, let's start with the drive to the venue. It's normally me and the boys squad,
Yeah,
or it's me and Devin, or sometimes it's me and Prince. You know, there's a lot of like we call it getting in the zone, but honestly, we're just goofing around. We're listening to music. Telling jokes. Me and Devin have this thing where we go back and forth talking like Nappa and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
I got you.
and it always ends up in some type of goofy chaos. But that's how we get our mind right. It helps us focus. And then as far as once everything's set in motion and I'm on my way to the ring, I'm making sure to I live off of that adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
When your music hits right before you exit, those butterflies, man, I love it. I live for that feeling, and that makes me know that I love this still as much today as I did day one.
yeah.
And it's just about trying to get the crowd into it because I feed off of them. The louder they are, the better I feel I do. And
Hmm.
so it's all. I'm not in my head as much. It's more of like, what can I do to bring them into it more? And that really helps me stay focused and get to do, the things that I can in the ring. It's awesome. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, whenever you come to the ring, you're always throwing glow sticks or jumping around, and I've seen your matches, several of them. Love it. I've seen them all over Texas. It's great. And speaking of all over Texas, where are some other places that you would like to go? Who are some opponents that you want to face? Just get that out in the universe. See if something happens.
Well, there are a few promotions that I've heard about recently that I would love a chance to work with in any aspect. UPW actually is one that
Yeah.
when you were talking with Iron Mike, you talked to me about it. You told me about the shows. I would love to get a chance to work with them. Um, Also, another one that has a lot of great talent, a lot of guys that I respect is SWE Fury.
Yeah.
I've been to
Big
one of their
shout out.
shows. Yeah, love the company. They got a lot of great guys. I respect everybody in that locker room. Um, huh, man, there's a lot. There's too many promotions in Texas to name. Really, like there's a lot.
Yeah.
I would love to work with DFW and Lou Gotti. He has a great core there. I would love to work with VIP and that whole area. There's a
Yeah.
lot of great wrestling in Dallas. There's so many promotions going crazy over there.
So
Um,
if anyone is watching and you're in the Dallas area or the Santa Fe area, go check out VIP. Go check out UPW. Just
Check them all out.
go
I'm telling
find
you.
go find a place. I can guarantee you Friday they're gonna be wrestling. Friday,
Oh,
Saturday, sometimes even Sunday.
it always, man. There's always something going on in Dallas. Also, MPX. I've worked
MPX, great
I've worked with
place.
them a few times. They always have a great crowd. The guys there are really cool. It's a great environment. I've worked with them in the past, and I would love to again. It was a great experience, and I loved it.
Oh yeah. Now, circling back, who are some people that you would like to work with, like face in the ring?
Well, there are a few. There's a few that I have worked but previously, but I would like a more one on one, like
Yeah,
Isaiah James. I would love to be able to work with him one on one. Just me and him and see what happens. Um, Everybody's favorite trainer, Barrett Brown. I would love to get in the
right.
ring with him. I feel like there's a
Great
lot that I
guy.
could learn from him,
Hmm.
and I feel like that would be the best place too, is in that singles one on one experience, because
Yeah,
you can work somebody in a triple threat or a tag team, and you can learn, but it's not the same experience as that you and him, just nobody else, just y'all locking it up. I feel like that would be really cool.
oh yeah,
Um,
that's definitely something that that helps you hone your skills
oh
is
yeah,
getting in there one on one. That way you can actually focus on what you're doing and not have to worry about other people coming in and stopping what you're
yeah.
doing.
And like one that a lot of people don't really know that I have worked one on one that I would love to work again would be Chandler Hopkins. He
Yeah,
pushed me to my limits. I don't think I have ever been so blown up after a match as I was after working with Chandler Hopkins. And he
he's
pushed me to my
quick.
limits and beyond. And I would love to be able to get in there with him again. Um, and that's just singles. As far as like tag team related, I would love to be able to work. Um, excuse me, I'm getting my words mixed up. The Radical Athletes, Dot Mob, Dante Smiley and Ty Wilson. I would love to get in the ring with
Mhm.
them. Um, Andy Dalton is another one who I would love to get in the ring with. He's just got such a vast knowledge of, the best way to get the crowd into it or how to get somebody to hate you because he doesn't,
Right.
and it's people eat it up. It's dirty Andy Dalton. You're just not gonna not enjoy his match.
Right.
Uh, it's always something, new. It's a great experience. I've seen him wrestle. I've talked to him, but I would love to be able to get that one-on-one feel and just see what could happen. You never know.
Exactly. Now, I don't want to keep you all day. So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you on social media, on just where at you frequent the most with wrestling, so that they can come watching.
Right now, there's not really any frequent with
Yeah,
wrestling. We're
but
hoping
whenever
to
we
get
get
back
back in the
soon.
swing.
I know there's a show, and once all this is over, TCW is talking about getting a show immediately on the ground. HOT is another one. I mentioned this earlier, but WAW is going to make a comeback. We had a show scheduled right before all of this went down,
Hmm.
but it got canceled due to COVID-19 and everything. We're hoping to get that back up and running once all of this is over. And then as far as where you can find me on social media, you can find me on Facebook on my fan page, Game Over Ethan Daniel. You can find me on Instagram at Game Over Ethan Daniel. All the E's are threes though, so make sure you get that right. I'm also on Twitter at Game Over Ethan Daniel, and sometimes on Snapchat, same Game Over Ethan Daniel.
Pretty easy to remember for our
Oh
fans.
yeah, no, it's all the same thing. It makes it easier on everybody.
I got you. And you can always find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just look up the best dressed in syntax. That's who I am. That's what I do. So, with that being said, Mr. Ethan, you have yourself a fantastic day, and we will see you soon.
A-okay, okay. Thank you, brother.